Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today we're going to review a beer. We're going to try and be quick, though, because what happens when I don't have people with me is I ramble way too much. And then I get 10 and 11 and 12-minute videos, and I don't want that. I want in the 4 to 8 minute range at the most. We have 3 beers left. We're going to drink 2 of them tonight. Well, we don't have 3 beers left. We have a lot of beers left, but we have 3. See, this is the problem. See, I'm rambling again. You know what? We're going to drink this one. This was picked up for me by Justin. Thank you very much, Justin. He picked up a 4-pack for me, dropped it off. I paid him. It was a good time because he was going by it. This is from the Collective Arts Brewing Company. This is the Collective Project Black IPA, which is a limited release. So the Black IPA is 6.8% alcohol by volume, 473 milliliter can, brewed by Collective Arts in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Art is by Gareth and Hopkins, Essex, UK. Alrighty. Collective Arts will be one of the breweries at the Albino Rhino Beer Fest in May. Get your tickets. Available right now at ticketscene.ca. Also at, as of right now, at Brimstone. They will be at Silversmith later this week, as well as the Cayman Kettle in Font Hill. Let's pour the beer. Let's try the beer. And yes, I know, you're pouring it into a stout glass. What craziness is this? It's a black IPA, so I think a stout glass works fine for a black IPA, right? Right. Dark malts. Dark glass. Wow, that is a beautiful beer. Mahogany brown, not quite black, but mahogany brown. Big, deep brown head. Looks nice. Little tiny snap, crackle, pop. Not much going on there. But that is a pretty beer. That is a very pretty beer. Snap, crackle, pop. Snap, crackle, pop. Smell. Woo! Okay, so when Justin gave this to me, I said, have you tried this yet? And he was like, yeah. And I go, what's your thoughts? He goes, I really like it because it's more like an IPA to me than a stout. And I find a lot of black IPAs are more stout-like. I'm like, yeah, that's why I love black IPAs. And yeah, I see exactly what he's talking about. There is huge hop oils just popping into my nose off of this. Yeah. Lots and lots of resin, lots of just oiliness. It's like grapefruit and pine oil. And when I say grapefruit, I don't mean grapefruit fruit. I mean like grapefruit pith and pine oil. So all oil, like grapefruit skin and pine oil. There's also a touch of blood orange in there. So blood orange, grapefruit pith, pine oil, with a very, very nice looking beer. Very, very nice looking beer. There's a lot of head on this, and there's one sip left in the can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheers you with the glass. Cheers. I'm going to put the glass down right here. We're going to drink out of the glass right after we take this sip. We're going to drink the sip out of the can first. I know, oh my god, what am I doing? It's a good thing I have a whole glass of it right here to know what it tastes like right after that, right? Yeah. Wow. Oh. Okay. If we went off that, I hate it. If we went off that, I will give it another sip or two, see if I can put it down without getting the shakes. There was a lot of hop oil in there. I don't know what the IBU is on this, but that was that gave me a reminisce. That made me reminisce about the Green Reaper that I had thanks to Steve from, I believe it was Phillips, and yeah. Did not play nicely with the back of my palate. Let's try it again. Cheers. Well, at least this time I can swallow it without freaking out. Okay. So, lots and lots and lots of pith and bitterness. Lots of grapefruit, lots of grapefruit skin, lots of pine oil. Almost to the chewing on a caffeine pill like bitterness. It's just, you know what? It actually is like chewing on a Tylenol. You know when you take the Tylenol and you chew on it, or the Advil or anything, you take your medication, you put it in your mouth and you chew it instead of just swallowing it, and the whole back of your mouth is just enveloped in shit. And shit isn't really the word I'm trying to use, but you know where I'm getting at here. The whole back of your mouth is enveloped in something you don't want there. And it's just bitter, and it takes over your taste buds and all that. That's what this does. Okay. So a nice chocolate caramel taste at the forefront. And then hop resin and hop oils the whole way through. Again, the grapefruit, the pine oil, the grapefruit pith, the chewing on an Advil or a Tylenol-like sensation. That first sip of it really did me in. My eyes were watering and all that. It's not a bad tasting beer. I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't taste bad at all. But this is not a beer for me. Well, I can't say it doesn't taste bad at all. It doesn't taste bad. There's just parts of it that I disdain with great amounts of disdain. I love a lot of Collective Arts beers. I love a lot of Nickel Brooks beers. I love a lot of beers from everybody, but not every beer is for every person. I know that this beer is for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that love that resin, that pine, that grapefruit pith, that huge take over the back of my palate flavoring. I don't, per se. And sometimes I do. It matters how it all mixes together, but I don't like this one. And is that a bad thing? To some people it is. To me, it just shows that beer is subjective and taste is subjective, and we all are different, and I love all of us for that. Do I like this beer? No. Does it have some pluses? Sure, it looks awesome. It is 6.8% alcohol. I could swallow it after the first sip. The first sip I actually thought I was going back down the road of the Green Reaper. Okay, no. It needs to sit on my palate. It needs to sit on my palate for about a minute before I drink another sip, because it does build up. And yeah, I'm going down the road of the Green Reaper. My eyes are watering now. There's a lot of hop oil in this, or there's a specific hop that they both use that I can't handle. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this beer, Green Reaper, and a few other beers that actually gives me an adverse reaction. I don't like this beer. I think it doesn't taste bad. I think there's hundreds of thousands of people that would love it. I think that Collective Arts does some great things. I just think this is not a beer for me. It's not even a beer I can give a 5 out of 10, because it's not a beer I can say, you know what, I could put down if I had to. I think this can of beer will take me until 5 a.m. to finish, and it's 3:30 right now. So, that being said, this is not a beer for me. I will give this a 2.5 out of 10 with an asterisk, saying I do think a lot of people would love this. I'm not giving it a 2.5 because I actually think it has brewing faults or anything else. It's a 2.5 because it's just not for me. It is too much. Ryan, it is too much. Guys at Collective Arts, this one is just too much for me. I don't know what it is in it, but it's doing the same thing that the Green Reaper did to me. And Green Reaper, my tongue actually started to expand. I did chug it though because I'm an idiot, and my tongue started to expand, and I actually was having trouble breathing. And this is giving me that same almost stomach expulsion type of gag reflex when I drink it. And it's not that it tastes bad, because it really doesn't taste bad. It's just not. I can't do it. It's not my thing. Excuse me. Let's pull the camera close and say good night, guys.